We also have control over how the container backgrounds work. So I've scrolled up to the top of the page. Let's select this container by clicking on the container handle. And under the Style tab, the background type is set to classic. So we could make this just a simple color, but let's change the image by clicking on the image and choosing a new one. I'll upload something here again and select a file. Select again once that image uploads. And once that is changed, we can scroll down to see some important settings here. Position is especially important in cases like this. By default, the image will be positioned to center, but I kind of want some breathing room here between these elements and the background mountains in my image. So this is a little tricky to visualize, but I know that the aspect ratio of my image is taller than this container. So if I change my position to top center, I get a little bit more of that room that I wanted around these elements. An attachment set to scroll is what I like. If we scroll through our web page, we can see that the image looks like it is pinned with the other elements that we have here in front of it. If we change this to fixed, the image stays in place as we scroll, and the container acts as almost like a moving window to look into the pinned image in the back that stays stationary. Setting the display size to cover is usually your best bet, but if I were to set this to contain, sometimes doing this is helpful to understand what your aspect ratio looks like. I'm going to change attachment back to scroll and stick with cover for display size. Background overlay is another useful setting that we have here, and I like to use this to either brighten or darken my background image. So if we come here and choose black as our background color, and we manipulate the opacity using the slider, we can achieve any desired look that we like. For this website though, I think using white and adjusting the opacity will help us increase the contrast, and this looks a little bit better to my eye. Elements like these headings and the button stands out better. If we go back up to background, there are other background types in addition to classic, which support images. Gradient allows us to choose two colors and adjust our look using the location slider for each color and the angle slider. We can see those here. Let's choose a color here, and you can see how color 1 interacts with color 2, and we can use location of color 1 and color 2 along with the angle to create this look.